Hi everyone, hope you're well. I've just nipped out into the workshop today because we've got a couple of my favourite products going through the works today, which is the SchuF Fetteroff Camset Line Blind. So I just thought I'd nip out and do a quick video to show you this product in action. We've got two versions here. We've got a 3-inch version, which I've put in the vise, and we've got a 1-inch version here as well. Now, if you're familiar with line blinding, the traditional method to do it is you would have your two flanges in your pipe work, you would undo all the bolts, you would spread the line, you would put a plate or a spectacle plate or a piece of plate in between, you would then close the flanges, you would tighten all the bolts back up, and then you would be safe downstream as you'd be getting no flow through the pipe work because it would be blanked off. There's quite a few problems with that. One of the main problems is getting all the bolts undone. Not too bad on smaller versions like this, but if you go up to sort of 18-inch, 24-inch, some of the bolts can be pretty huge. You might need a piece of equipment, a machine or something to undo the bolts. You've got the number of bolts to do because you've got to go all the way around, on every particular bolt on the flange. So that's a real problem. You've got to then spread the line so you can be putting unnecessary pressure on the pipe work upstream or downstream. So if you've got a stress on the pipework on the upstream side and you've got a pump or something like that, you can be pushing the pipework towards that, so that can be a problem. The other problem can be that when you come to look for the spectacle plate, it can be missing, so you may not actually be able to do the work at that particular time because somebody's borrowed the plate or it's gone missing. On bigger, larger sizes, you've obviously got to lift the plate into place, so you may need some scaffolding, you may need a crane or something like that. So our solution for this is to offer the Camset. And the Camset comes basically as a cartridge piece, so it's either flanged, as this particular 1-inch version is here, or it's got weld ends, and you would put that in the line, and then there's no more spreading of the line or doing anything like that. And how the Camset works is basically, as you can see here, we've got it in the open position, so you would have flow through the Camset, and you can tell that it's in the open position because we've got the solid disc here. And then we open it using the cam mechanism. So we've got a screw thread on here, we can have a hand wheel on here, and on this particular version we've got a hex nut because some people don't like the hand wheels in case people tamper with it. I'm just going to use a small bar just to open this up. So we open that, and then we basically turn the thread mechanism, and basically what that does is that turns is it opens the cam inside here, and that makes the space for the blind to turn. So I've opened it, it's in the open position, I lift the spectacle plate, turn it round, and I lock it back in place. And as you can see, there's no flow through the Camset now. So the line is blinded, isolated, and I can go work downstream, and I know I'm safe. A couple of great features about this is if I can see the hole in the spectacle plate, I know the blind is closed, so I know I'm safe. We can put a padlock on this side of the mechanism, so I can lock it in place. So if I want to go do some work, I can put my padlock on there, and I know that no one can come and tamper with this and mess around with it. Once I've finished my work, I come and take my padlock off, I undo the mechanism, I spin the plate again, and obviously on a 3-inch version that's quite easy, but as we get up to much larger versions, there would be a counterweight on there, and there would be a locking pin, so I'd take the locking pin out, I'd move it over, and the counterweight would assist me, and then I lock it back in place, and again flow can be achieved through the Camset. As you've seen, that's relatively easy. On big sizes, so if you were blinding a line that was say 18 or 24 inch, it might take 3 or 4 people, maybe 6 or 7 hours to carry out that procedure. Sometimes people cut corners, they don't put all the bolts back in place, make it a bit unsafe. As I've said, they might not be able to find the spectacle plate. This device here, it's one person to operate from one side of the Camset, so I don't need scaffolding, I don't need to be round the other side. I can do it from one side, and I can operate this in less than a minute. So it's a massive time saving for customers. And it's also a huge advantage to have that safety built into your line. And because I can isolate so quickly, I can do it more regularly, I can do checks, inspections and things like that, where normally I'd probably leave longer between those because of the time that it takes to do the isolation process. So it really is, it's a great safety device, and it's a great time saver. As I said, we've got the 3-inch version here, I've got a 1-inch version here, which are going out to the customer. We can make them in different materials, we can make them with different seals, for different medias that are going through them, and it's a real great problem solver for us. And as I said at the start of the video, one of my absolute favourite products that we sell here at Valve and Process Solutions. So if you do have any inquiries, or you like the look of this and you'd like us to come and give you a demonstration, or you'd like to fit one and try one, then please give us a call, send us an email, and we'd be happy to talk to you about your application and what solution we can put forward for you. Thanks very much for watching.